Okay guys, so we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into the video. I am so excited to be filming this right now because I really miss being in front of the camera. And just hence my background, my light background right here, it is a little bit goldish and yellow tone because my white light that I use for my background, it broke. It exploded yesterday. I don't know why it exploded. I just turned it on really quick and the little light bulb just kind of exploded and it broke, and I do not have any more white lights, so I only found this one that I had. So if my background is a little bit yellow toned, just a little FYI about what happened. To prime my face, I'm gonna use this Perfectly Plush Wonder Pore primer. This I got in a PR package a long time ago. I think I've talked about this primer. I really do like it. It smells really good. It has such a very nice scent. It's really just like your ultimate silicone primer. So I just put this around my cheek area and anywhere where I do tend to get large pores, which is like right here. So for foundation, I am going to be using the Sonia Kashuk Soft Focus Satin Matte Foundation. I absolutely fell in love with this foundation, guys, when I first picked it up. I love it. I've been using it for, I would say, probably 2 weeks now, and I'm obsessed with it. I love it, but I really do like it with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. These two together are life. I absolutely love them, and I would definitely recommend them as well. I apply the Wet n Wild's foundation first, and I'm just gonna apply this with a little spatula, like so. I know it looks like it matches my skin tone perfectly on camera, but realistically in person, it looks kind of like peachy. I don't know. And I have been breaking out, so it's that time of the month, guys. It is that time of the month. So now that I have that on, then I go in with my Sonia Kashuk foundation and I just put it on my Wonder Blender and I do 2 pumps of this, and then I just dot it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, that's really not what I do all the time, but you guys know what I mean. And you just start blending. After we have the foundation done and blended all over our face, I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline New Instant Age Rewind Concealer, and this is in the shade Brightener. It's very brightening on my under eyes. It's very harsh, but I really like it because once you blend it in, it actually does brighten up your under eye. And I also really like it because it's very thick, so it is a very kind of medium full coverage concealer, but I love it. I absolutely love it. Sometimes I think it's too white for my under eye, but you know what, we're gonna make it work, and I love it, so we're just gonna use it. And I'm just gonna apply this everywhere where I am going to highlight my face. And I tend to put just a little bit because obviously it's very bright and very pink. So you just kind of want to be careful with this. Now we're just gonna blend that out with our Wonder Blender. And we're gonna keep blending till we have no harsh lines and it just looks very nice and blended out. I still look like a damn ghost. I look like Casper's wife or something, but we're gonna freaking fix this. Okay, we're gonna fix it. And I want to introduce a product, guys, that I have been in love with for the past couple of weeks. This NYX Mineral Set It, Don't Fret It Matte Finishing Powder, and it looks like this. And it's not like a translucent powder because it does have color. I have it in the shade medium dark, but guys, when it says matte finishing powder, it's not lying to you. It's legit a matte finishing powder. Now, mind you, if you have dry skin, I wouldn't go for this powder because it's legit going to like suck up all of your oils. Set my under eye with this and basically my whole face. I don't bake with it. I just kind of put it on there until I finish my whole face. And then I just kind of, oh, I put a lot. But seriously guys, this is like the best powder I've ever used, ever. No, why is my battery low? Don't tell me this. I just kind of powder it away very, very fast. I do not want it to sit on my face a lot because it will get to your dry areas. And we do not want that. For today's eye look, I am going to be featuring Say No More, the Carli Bybel Deluxe Edition palette, and it is this baby right here. Guys, this is like life. This is probably going to be the only palette that I am going to be wearing for the rest of my life. I love this thing right here. Like, just look at this madness. Like, this is a 21 color eyeshadow palette, and you have obviously your eyeshadows, you have your highlights here, but it is so versatile. You can use the highlights as eyeshadows and vice versa, and it's just perfect. I don't really use eyeshadow primer at all whatsoever. I just put on concealer. So to set that, we're just gonna go in with this shade right here. It's just the whitest kind of nude shade in the palette, and we're just gonna set everything. Make sure we have a nice canvas to work with the shadows, and these are so creamy guys, so creamy, and they just feel so good, like so good. Our transition shade, I am going to be using this third color right here. This is just like the perfect brown shade as a transition. It's just perfect. It's gonna look beautiful on any skin tone. And I'm going to keep this color only on my crease and just blend on top of my crease. So it just kind of looks nice and transitioned very nicely. So like I said, you're just gonna put it on your crease like so, and just keep going back and forth. Windshield wiper motions. Just a very quick tip. If you guys feel like your transition shade is too dark or you're having trouble blending, because it sometimes could be the brush, you can always use your finger, guys. Your finger is like your #1 blender / eraser. It would literally blend your shadow extremely well. So if you went like too high or something like that, you just want to make it look better, you can just blend it with your finger, and literally the harsh lines would disappear. You just blend it up like so, and it just looks a lot better. Use your finger, girls, use your finger. We're gonna go in with a smaller blending brush, and we're going to take this beautiful purple shade right here. I love it. It does have a little bit of shimmer, but not too harsh or anything like that. It just looks beautiful. This one, we're gonna put the color on our crease on top of the one we just did, but we're not gonna blend it all the way up. You see what I'm saying? We're just gonna keep it on the crease, and we're just gonna blend. So we're just watch. We're gonna put it right here, and we're literally just gonna stay on our socket of the crease, on that socket, and you're just gonna blend back and forth, and always take it all the way to the inner corner of your crease, and we're just gonna blend that color. I know it looks harsh, but we're gonna go back to our first brush, and without any additional product, we're just gonna blend that out so that it looks very nice. So go windshield wiper motions. I'm gonna take that purple color again, and I'm just gonna intensify my outer V right here. I just wanna make sure that it's nice and dark. Just bring it in a little bit, nothing too crazy. The next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to do a half cut crease, if that makes sense. I just wanna outline my lid. That way I can have a legit lid color because I have very small lids. If I will put a lid color right now, you would be able to barely even see it. So I'm just gonna use that same concealer and I'm gonna take just a flat top brush like this. And I'm just gonna go ahead and start creating where I want my lid to be, like so. So for the lid color, I am going to be using this nice pinky shade right here. It's very shimmery, super shimmery. It's very pigmented. So I'm gonna use this and I'm gonna put it with my finger first, just to kind of set my concealer. Then I'm gonna go in with a flat top brush on top of it. That way I can disperse the color a lot better. But first I'm just gonna take my finger and literally just set that with the shadow. I'm gonna go back with that little blending brush that we did with the purple color without any additional product. I'm just gonna blend that in with my lid color like so. That way it does not look so harsh. And we're just gonna blend that in with that lid color right here. Intensify that darkness. I'm not gonna do a wing liner. I'm just gonna overline just my lash line with it, just so I can have a little base for my false lashes, because we are going to be putting on false lashes. So we're just gonna do a little wing. Small smudger brush. That way we can, like I said, smoke out our lash line. And we're basically going to be using the same shadows that we used on top. We're going to be using them on the bottom. So we're going to take that first little transition shade right there. We are going to smoke out our bottom lash line. We are going to be putting mascara on our top and bottom lashes. For my inner corner of my eyes, before we finish the rest of my face, I'm gonna go in with this very white frosted highlight shade that Carli has in her palette. And I'm gonna use that to highlight the inner corner, and I just feel like it just looks beautiful. It's such a beautiful shade. I love it. Now it's time to bronze up because I am looking like Casper's wife, and that is not acceptable whatsoever. So I'm just gonna take my favorite bronzer right now at the time, and this is the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster, and I have this in the shade medium dark. And I'm just gonna bronze up my face, not really contour yet because I'm gonna contour in a little bit, but I'm just gonna give my face some color. So we're just gonna bronze up a little bit. I'm gonna be using my favorite Wet n Wild's Mega Glow contouring palette. I'm just gonna use that brown shade to chisel my actual cheekbones. I'm just gonna take a little bit and just start contouring. Look at that, perfect. Then we're gonna be using this Palladio matte blush, and it's just a very nice pinky toned blush. And just gonna put that on our cheekbones. my face is very matte and very flat, we're going to bring it back to life by putting on highlight and just kind of highlighting and brighten up our face a little bit, because I know it's very matte. So I'm going to give it some little shine and luminosity. So we're going to be using those beautiful highlighted shades from the Carli Bybel palette. Is it Bybel or Bible? I think I pronounced it completely wrong in the beginning. Whatevs. Just a tiny bit, guys, because like I said, it's very pigmented. So I'm going to take one of those little highlighters right there at the bottom, and I'm just going to highlight right here on the very top of my cheekbone. Beautiful, guys, beautiful. It gives you like a wet kind of feel, which I think it's beautiful. And then with my finger, I'm gonna dab it, do the tip of my nose. Then with whatever's left over, we're gonna draw our boogers. The famous Carli Bybel boogers. So I'm gonna be using the same lip combo that I have been using in my past videos. I'm just obsessed, and it is this e.l.f. blushing brown lipstick with this Wet n Wild liquid catsuits in the shade Nudist Peach. So I'm gonna put the e.l.f. one and then this one over top.